Let's see, that is a 3.1 mile run, 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 787 feet of climb. Oh, hey guys. Just checking in. It's 4:30 on a Friday, just here at the office. I've been spending, I don't know, a couple hours answering emails still that have been coming in. So if you haven't heard from me yet, it's still in my inbox and I will get to you hopefully tonight, but I'm gonna go for a run tonight. Quick update on my legs. Looking a little better, drying out. It's got some calamine lotion on here, but the swelling is gone and mostly trending in a good direction, so that's cool. I don't really know what I want to talk about right now. I guess we could talk about camera equipment for a minute. Been getting a lot of questions on filmmaking. There's a lot of you guys out there that are producing videos yourselves, which I think is super cool. Really cool to see people sharing that kind of info. I might do some dedicated videos just on filming equipment or techniques. For me, I am not trained in that, didn't go to school for it, but just have a passion for it. I'd like to touch more on my, I guess, interest in videography and filmmaking. It started for me pretty young. I've always enjoyed filming and sharing that with people. This is kind of the current setup that I like to use. This is the DJI Osmo. It is a handheld 4K camera. It has a 3-axis gimbal. You can see it turn on here. And I link it up with, this is like a DJI attachment arm, and this is a Rode Video Micro external microphone. This is really the only way to get good audio out of this device. The onboard microphone is like this little tiny dot, and they have, I don't know if we have any of them, but DJI does sell, this is the microphone port right here. They have a little tiny like dongle microphone that you can put there. The only problem, if you can hear this, there's actually a fan that's inside of this camera. It helps to keep it cool. And because the microphone is attached to this handle, you actually hear the noise of the fan when it kicks up when it's working. I think if you actually hit record, it stops. So I guess that is maybe an advancement, but I've always had not much luck with it. This camera isn't perfect, but it is currently my favorite. I mean, a lot of people are using GoPros, which I don't know where mine is. I have a couple GoPros, but for me, seeing like shaky GoPro footage it was great a few years ago, but it just doesn't look as good as a smooth, stabilized shot that something like the DJI Osmo can produce. This thing isn't weatherproof like an Osmo is, or like a GoPro is, so that's kind of one of the downfalls. You can see in the top here, it's just open to the elements. Other than that, I really like this camera a lot, and it's something that I use on pretty much all of my runs, and for such films as Chasing Walmsley and Miller vs. Hawks, this is the one that we've been using. Yeah, so that's a little bit about that. So, could talk about drones. They're a new thing, and they're becoming very popular, but the places that we like to run and go explore, they're trying to deal with this new thing, drones, and I have a mixed feeling about drones as well, because obviously I love getting the footage out of them, but as a park user, like I don't want to be running around and having like 18 drones flying over my head. It's kind of not the point of getting out in the wilderness and exploring nature. I think we all want to get away from the noise and the bustle, and so it's kind of a tricky thing. the number one thing I would say is know your local laws and rules about drones. And a lot of the parks that we go into for our races, we actually have to get a special permit to film and to use drones. They're not normally allowed in the parks. So we're actually, a lot of times when you see drones in my videos, like we've obtained a special permit through the parks. They know that we're using it. I also have my knowledge airman test. I actually have a permit. Yeah, here it is. This is from the FAA. It's an airman certificate, so I can actually fly a drone for commercial purposes. Recreationally, I think there's less rules, but if you are filming for any sort of business purpose, you do need to take a test from the FAA that certifies that you have basic understanding of the airspace that you're flying in. This is a drone that I've been using. This is a newer one that I got. This is the Mavic Pro from DJI. It's very cool because it's so small. It folds out. It fits basically in the palm of your hand. It's not as robust as, say, a Phantom 3 or Phantom 4, which is also made by DJI. And actually, I did crash this one due to a cold battery, and I had to get it replaced. This one's not going to handle high winds quite as well. This isn't really a comprehensive review, but just to give you an idea of what equipment I am using. This does have a follow me feature, so it can lock onto you as a person, which is really neat. Get some really cool shots that way. So again, I would say number one, just be respectful when you are deciding to film and use something like a drone, especially outdoors. That would be my recommendation, is just do some research ahead of time. Yeah. So what else? That's all. That's about it. I don't want to go too much into the camera stuff right now. I think if you guys want to hear more about the cameras and the things, I know there's a lot of reviews and tutorials already on the internet, but I might do some filmmaking type videos. I'm thinking about it, that have to do specifically with running. I think that could be pretty informative. I've been filming while running for a few years now, using all kinds of different cameras and products, and I've learned quite a few things, so it'd be kind of fun to share that info. I think that's it for now. I'm gonna head home and test out some of my new gear, get it broken in that I got from Solomon, try out some of those shoes and pack. Do it before it gets dark.
All right, that woke me up a little bit. About 800 feet of climb total. Nice to just get the legs moving again. Love this pack so far. Shoes, not sure, they seem to be maybe slipping a little bit. Maybe they're not tied all the way tight, but they're definitely wider than the previous version of the S-Lab Sense Ultras, which I'm a big fan of. I like wide shoes, that my feet definitely need it, so. All right, I'm gonna cruise on home. Sure is nice out.